Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anna, I'm an investment advisor, and today I would like to tell you about that fact that I don't have any hobbies. Some days ago I met a person, we are friends, and he asked me if I have hobby, and I told him that no. And then he told me that it is something strange, you should have hobby, it is very awful when everything is only your work. But I started thinking about this after our conversation, and I came to the conclusion that in my situation I have so interesting work that it is the world for me. I want to spend my whole life doing this. I really adore diamonds, luxury real estate. I like to be investment advisor, to make videos about investment, to show financial world, people, business from business, and I have not special profession that have only small way of thinking. You should know a lot, and when something is boring, becomes boring for me, then I switch my attention from this to another detail in investment world. So for many people it is strange that I think about not only one financial market, I don't only work in art business, or I don't only work in stock market, I don't work only with diamonds. I think that combination is the most important thing when we talk about investments. And in many cases people don't understand how to do everything, and I think when you spend whole life, when everything is connected with investment world, you mention details that are really important, and for many people they don't see the whole picture. So I can compare different markets, and only knowing the structure, the underwater stones inside financial markets, different financial markets, I can make a conclusion. I can give more right advice that is based on fundamental things like economics and different trends. And when you visit galleries, for many people it is hobby. They like art only because they like it like hobby. But for me, I like only small focus some points of this art business. For example, I don't really like things that are not valuable. That don't cost millions, and it is my choice. So I decided for myself that I would like to be really good professional in this investment world, and that is why I need to know specific of different financial markets, and that is why I need time that I should spend thinking about some details. And in my situation, I don't learn everything at the same time. Very often you can make like an that when you read a book, you can read 3 or 4 books at the same time. For the majority of people, it is strange how they can read 3 books at the same time. But some people can say you that it is normal because these different books, 3 or 4 books, they are not similar. One is connected with my work, another with biology, another with literature, like poem, for example, Shakespeare, for example. And when you have the whole day, you think what you would do today, what is the most important now. And in many cases, my interest is connected with events that would be in some days or weeks. If I have time, more time, spare time, I understand that now I can spend time visiting real estate. And so, because I have now holidays, I can talk with people about real estate. I can spend time visiting different luxury real estate. It was with me right now, so I was able to see the most luxury examples, the most luxury objects of property in Moscow. It was not because it is so open market. Actually, I work in the investment world, I have links, and that is why I am able to do it. Because real estate that is located in the most expensive streets in Moscow and sometimes in the world, in the whole, like Ostozhenka, you should know about it, that it is not very simple to be there. And so I understood that that time I have energy to drive to these objects of art, to make content, to make to think about these investment assets. But when I worked every day, when I was able to be offline in the office, I was not able to watch real estate, and I analyzed stock market actually when I worked in an investment company, for example. And so sometimes I visit auctions. So I have friends and people, those who actually organize these events, and some of them are the owners of this business. And there they sell objects of art that cost millions. And so when I know that in some weeks I would go there, then I prepare myself to this event. I read a lot, I am more involved in art business, I communicate in this period of time with people from this world. And then I understand that, oh, I'm tired, I'm very, very tired, and I don't want to watch this real estate. I'm tired, I don't want to talk with real estate agent and something like that. And then I switch my attention from this to diamonds, for example. And I do it very fundamentally. So I think that starting process is more about firstly theory, then practice, then theory, then practice, and then you come to another financial market and you understand some details that you have never mentioned, because if you didn't find out information from that financial market. And actually there are not books connected with financial markets at the whole. They are more connected with themes, only for stock market, only for art business and something like that. And when you work in this sphere, you should combine everything. And that is why when you learn something from one market, how to analyze it, you take some algorithm and put it into practice in another financial market. And the majority of people who work in this financial market, they don't know how to do it, because they didn't study, they didn't prepare for example, exam CFA. When you want to work in stock market, it is essential to have certificate CFA. And when you prepare for this exam, as I, for example, you should know a lot of things about financial markets, about economics, about analysis. But when you want to work as a real estate agent, you don't need to pass, or if you want to work in art business, you don't really need to pass CFA. And that is why you would not know this kind of information that you can take and use in this another financial market. It is individual, it is identity and a feature of my approach to work. And so I understood that I have like a big periods of time that I spent for doing something. So today and this week I am only in the sea that is called art business. In some months I need to buy something for a client. For example, gold. For example, he needs money from gold, antique things. And that is why you understand that now it is more important, and you start finding more information about this financial market, about laws, about taxes, how to help another person to make a transaction of this object of asset. And it happens not at the same time itself, so I have big blocks of time that I spend doing something. Sometimes I can work the whole day and my work would be connected with stock market, for example, and then in the evening I can read articles about auction or about art gallery that will open in some weeks, for example. And so in my life it is more flexible, so I try to be involved in financial markets, to know details, to be professional, but I don't need to only to be focused only in one thing, because when we talk about investments, in reality you always need to compare situation and to give your client the best offer that he would never find. Because very often people, for example, from business, they will never know about art business, only because they didn't think that they can buy the most expensive artworks and something like that, because sometimes you can buy examples of art the level of museums that cost millions. And so in such case, you don't really need hobby itself. It is not interesting for me to read literature um, about love or something like that, or it is not very interesting for me to watch series. I have only one hobby actually, walking in the park. And very often when I walk, I always think about work. And so actually, very often it is more connected with work too. And so I have a lot of meetings, events, interesting. I watch diamonds, and this world is so interesting that I don't really need anything else. And I think that you shouldn't be refocused. So very often people suffer from it, and because they refocus their attention, they don't achieve financial goals, and they don't become the best in their profession. So it is amazing combination when person work and like his work so much that he can do it without money, and every day, every hour, every minute. So if he is ready to spend free time doing things connected with work, and something that is not so connected with work is not interesting for him, it is amazing when your work is like a hobby, because earning money is very important. You can travel after, you can relax and something like that. Not everybody needs a hobby. Sometimes when everything is great, when you really adore your life, maybe you can think that it is normal. You don't need to be the same as other people, and very often you shouldn't be refocused if you have very important goals. For example, for me, I want to be a really wealthy person, and I want to be like in the Forbes. It is very difficult, but I know that it is my goal. This is what I want, not what want my parents or society. No, it is my life. I am ready to do some things for achieving it, and I am ready to not mention other things that are not important. So I like close my eyes and don't do anything that is not connected with my work. But now, in this moment, I'm satisfied, and this is the main idea. I hope that you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Please write in comments what you think about it. And see you later!